Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening for the living room lecture. Everything you need to know about enrolment. I'm Billy, the enrolment manager at the University of Northampton. Also with me, we have Fiona from International Admissions, as well as Grace from the records team. They're going to be taking a look at your questions throughout the presentation, and at the end, we're going to have a little bit of a Q&A session. So I hope you can all see my slides and you can all hear me okay. And if everybody's ready, we'll get started. So our webinar objectives for this evening. Enrollment is in two parts. So we're going to have our presentation this evening in two parts. First of all, we're going to talk about the online enrollment process, how to log in, and the kind of information that you need to provide, and the process itself. Then we're also going to talk about the face-to-face component of the enrollment. We're going to talk about when they are, how to book one, things you need to bring, and the kinds of things that you need to expect. Also, at the end, we're going to talk about what happens after an enrollment. So the kind of access that it gives you, the kind of things that it will let you do, and the things that are available for you to join in with here on campus. So what is online enrollment? So online enrollment is when we check a lot of your personal details. You also provide us with some of the information that we need, and it's also where you'll upload some of the documents that you need to upload. This is always completed before you attend a face-to-face enrollment session, and you'll be given an opportunity to book your face-to-face enrollment session during your online enrollment. At the face-to-face enrollment is where you will do your ID check, resolve any outstanding checks that you might have, such as sanctions from admissions or finance, and then you'll finally receive your student ID card. And then this will be completed at our Waterside campus. So online enrollment needs to be completed before you come, and it's divided into certain sections. These are confirm personal details, enter address information, confirm the last education institution you studied at, upload a photographic ID, such as a passport or a driver's license, confirming your fees, uploading a passport style photo, that's for your student ID card, and of course agreeing to the terms and conditions. So we're going to have a look at each one of these sections now. So your online enrollment invite, these would have gone out in late August, so you should already have your invite to online enrollment in your inbox. If you don't, please do get in touch. Excuse me. And this email would have also contained information about your face-to-face enrollment. Please don't try and complete your online enrollment if you haven't received this email. If you haven't got this email, then please do get in touch by contacting the enrollment inbox or the number on screen. Thank you. Also, before we continue, it's worth mentioning that with regards to the Q&A session at the end of this presentation, I just remembered that unfortunately we won't be able to answer any questions about move-in dates or accommodation, but you can contact the accommodation office through their webpage on the website. So once you've found your invite, you can open the student portal. This is where you can open this page and you click on My Enrollment. along the top of the screen there. And then if you scroll down, you'll be able to see this box that you can see in the center of the slide that has each of the online enrollment steps that you need to complete. So once all of these have a complete status, that's when you can move on to book your face-to-face enrollment session and then actually attend your face-to-face enrollment session itself. So it's quite clearly made simple for you. So first of all, module section, module selection. Some courses will require you to choose your modules. Other courses you won't have to choose your modules. If you need to, it will ask you to. If you don't need to, it won't ask you to. So don't worry that you need to find out or anything like that. You'll need to choose enough credits to meet the requirements of your course. At the top of the page, you'll see a link to the awards map, and clicking on the module code itself will give you a description of the modules, and it will let you know how many more credits you need. Um, and the modules you've selected will be shown in a box on the right of your screen. It will give you a chance to confirm these before continuing, of course. Next, the About You page. This is when we're going to ask for your details, such as your name, your title, your date of birth, your sex at birth. It's important that you make sure that these are all correct, because these are ultimately the details that will end up on your student ID card and on your student record. You can change these, but it's important that you double check and that you're extra careful that the information about yourself that you're putting on here is correct. Again, more permanent details that you'll need to tell us about where you live, but also where you'll be living during your studies. So that's what it means by permanent address. Permanent address is, where for a lot of you, it will be where you live with your parents, but it's where you live when you're not studying. Your term time address is your address where you're during your studies. So if you're coming into a halls of residence, then your term time address is that hall of residence. You'll also be given you'll also have to put in a email address and a telephone mobile number. Some international students may not have a phone number which works in the UK yet. That's okay, not a problem. Just put any phone number that we can contact you on, even if that's just a WhatsApp number, for example, one that just works in WhatsApp. And then as soon as you have a SIM that works in the UK, please go into this again and update your mobile number to make sure we have the correct one. Then your photo, you will need to upload a photograph of yourself. Think of it as like a passport photo, apart from you are allowed to smile, of course. So this includes your shoulders and your head straight on, like in the picture here, and it just needs to be a well-lit photo of you. So no low lighting or mood lighting or Snapchat filters or anything like that. Just a photo of you clearly showing the tops of your shoulders and your face and all of your head. So you can adjust this in the portal. You can browse from your own computer and upload it. You can crop the edges and what have you, and then upload, and away you go. Finally, there's a few more personal details we need to know about. A few sort of demographic factors, such as your care experience factors, things like that. Are you a carer? Your occupation. Then contact details. It'll give you an opportunity to check the details that you've already put in. Do make sure you double check it, and then you can click confirm. You could be able to tick the box to confirm that these are all correct before you move on. Then you'll also need to put the details of a trusted contact. So this is essentially somebody who we could call in an emergency for whatever reason. So a close friend or a family member. If you're an international student, please try and put somebody in the UK. Again, it can be a friend or a close family member, somebody you know, somebody who you would trust to help you if some sort of situation did emerge. It will give you the option of putting two. Do try and put two if you can. So obviously this won't apply to home students, but international students will need to put their and anyone with non-British passports. So if you're a British citizen but have a non-British passport, for example, then we will still need the details of your passport. It will give you an opportunity to upload a scan of your passport itself, but you will still need to bring your passport and a BRP card to the face-to-face enrollment session. So that's really important that international students, they have to bring a passport and a BRP card to the enrollment session to be able to complete enrollment. Um, if you're a UK student but you have a non-British passport, then you also need to bring your passport as well, please. And home students will have a opportunity to skip this. Okay, your tuition fees. Essentially, this is the page where you need to confirm how you're paying your fees. If you're using student finance, if you have a sponsor, if you're a self fee payer. Like all of steps on this, it's very important that you complete this stage, because if you don't, then it won't let you progress to complete your online enrollment and then ultimately your face-to-face enrollment. It will take you through to a external site where you can complete the payment, and then it will also give the opportunity, if you have a sponsor, you can upload the sponsorship letter and the sponsorship evidence and things like that, and then wait for that to be approved. Finally, you towards the end of your online enrollment, you will give you the terms and conditions. It's worth mentioning that as per the data sharing agreement between the University of Northampton and the University of Northampton Student Union, if you're an eligible student, your data will be sent to the University of Northampton Students Union, and you'll be registered as a member of the Students Union. To opt out of membership, please visit the University of Northampton Students Union website. So that's essentially saying that as soon as you enroll, you are a member of the Students Union, and you can opt out if needs be. So once you've gone into the terms and conditions, read them, and agreed with them, you can click that you agree, and then you can complete your online enrollment. So face-to-face enrollment. It will then ask you to um, book your face-to-face enrollment slot. It's worth mentioning the BA Bolt and FDLT students, as well as OT apprenticeship students, don't need to book an enrollment slot. You should have already been told when to come in, and we'll see you there. The slots are open. Some of them may be full, but don't worry, as we will be adding more on. And if you're going into St. John's Halls of Residence, then you'll be receiving an email about how to book onto an enrollment on the Saturday. So please don't panic if you're in that situation. So, an overview of the face-to-face enrollments. Um, so, this is the point, this is the process, uh, which will conclude with you formally being enrolled as a student at the University of Northampton. Essentially, all students must attend a face-to-face enrollment session. You can find the dates and times of these sessions on the welcome arrival page, and you can book them through the enrollment booking form, which, as I've already said, you are linked to in the online enrollment, but you will also find on the welcome arrival page on the website. So, early enrollments. PGCEs and return to nursing practice students have already had their enrollment. But as I was saying, the BALT and FDLT students will have an enrollment on the 7th, and the OT apprenticeships will have a enrollment on the 12th. If you're not on either of these courses, please do not attend on these dates because you won't be able to enroll. So these dates are only for early enrollments on specific courses. Everybody else will be able to book on a welcome weekend. So that's BA in learning and teaching or foundation degree in learning and teaching. You can come on the 7th, and occupational therapy apprenticeships, you can come on the 12th. Like I say, if you're not on those courses, then please don't come. You can come, however, on the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th. If you're a degree holder entry program for policing student, you're going to have an enrollment on the 17th, but you can come before. And anyone starting a program with a start date on the 23rd of September, please enroll between on the 14th or 15th. We would encourage you to enroll as soon as you can. We do also have enrollments open on the Monday on the 16th, but we encourage you to enroll as early as you can so as you can make the most of your welcome and induction events, which are happening between the 16th and the 20th. And that's a really good introduction to your course. You get to meet your tutors and other students, get to know people, and it's really good. So do your best to try and attend those welcome and induction events. And excuse me. So, what to expect? The face-to-face enrollment sessions will take place on the Waterside campus in this building you see on the right. It's called the Creative Hub. You'll see a kind of big white building near the Learning Hub, looks a bit like a wedding cake. What can you expect? So, we're going to check your personal details that you submitted on your online enrollment. Going to scan your passport and visa if you're an international student. We might refer you to specific teams to discuss and resolve outstanding checks. You'll also get your student ID, and you'll also experience the welcome activities going on at the Learning Hub. And if you're moving into halls of residence, then you'll also be able to get access to your room. Make sure that you've completed your online enrollment before you come and cleared any sanctions and actually booked a slot before you attend the session itself. So, what do you need to bring? You need to bring your student ID number. You would find this in your email that you would have had from us confirming your place here. So you'd have had a sort of congratulations email, and that will detail your student ID number. It's also really important that you bring a photographic ID of some description. Obviously, international students will have their passports anyway. Home students can also bring a passport or a driver's license or something like that, some form of photographic ID. Also, just a reminder to international students that you have to bring your passport and you have to bring your BRP card. And unfortunately, we won't be able to complete your enrollment without it. It would also be helpful if international students could bring their Home Office decision letter, um, and as well as any other visa information. If you haven't already submitted qualification certificates and slips, then please bring those as well. And it's also a good idea to have any confirmation of uh, your fees and your payments, as well as accommodation and arrival details. And also do make sure you know your any contact details that we might need from you as well. It's also important to mention that some people may want to bring um, other people with them to their enrollment, such as friends and family. That's fine, but unfortunately, you won't be able to bring those people into the enrollment itself. However, there's a lot going on in the Learning Hub where you can leave your parents or leave your friends or your siblings or your cousins, whoever's coming with you. You can leave them there, and there's plenty of them for to do there. They can meet the deans, you know, browse the student union societies, things like that. So do feel free to bring friends and family along. Just make sure they don't come into the enrollment route itself with you. If you need any kind of special assistance getting around the enrollment route, that's completely fine. We're more than happy to work out the best way to do that. Just make sure you can contact the assist team ahead of time. You can contact the assist team through their their page on our website, and then we can start making arrangements for you before the day. So the ID card. Face-to-face enrollment will provide you with a student ID card, a red lanyard, and a card holder. So this ID card will mean that you can access the teaching spaces and the upper floors of the Learning Hub. Um, you need to make sure you're wearing it whenever you're on campus. It's a security concern, so we need to make sure that everyone on campus is a student, and therefore, please, whenever you're on campus, do make sure you're wearing your red lanyard with your student ID card in the card holder. If you ever forget your ID card, you can get a temporary day pass from the Senate reception. But if you ever lose your student ID card, then you can buy a replacement from the University of Northampton website. So, after your enrollment, on the day itself, once you complete your enrollment at the Creative Hub, then you can head over to the Learning Hub, where there's lots of exciting things going on. Like, as I mentioned, you can meet the SU, student societies. You can also, if it's applicable, um, you can also choose your laptop. You can pick up your laptop. You need to have already chosen a laptop as a perk, um, but you need to have done this before Monday. So if you're on a applicable course and you're a home student that has the option of choosing a laptop as a perk, you need to do that before Monday, and then you can pick it up after your enrollment on the in the Learning Hub. If you wait to choose your perk until the day or after Monday, unfortunately you won't be able to pick it up as soon as Welcome Weekend. You will also be able to access your timetable, but undergraduates can access this after you've completed your module choices. You can also access the online student hub, and you can also access NILE, which is the Northampton Integrated Learning Environment. This includes your personal tutor information, but it's also the platform where you'll be submitting submitting assignments and receiving feedback. You can also access the upper floors of the campus, as we've said, and also the library resources, which are up there as well. The library sources are great, so please do make the best use of them you can. You'll also be able to get on the Wi-Fi and use other IT services. And you can also go onto the student portal and download key pieces of documentation um, that you'll need to prove you're a student, and also things like your council tax form to become council tax exempt. Orientation events. So, international students are, as it says, strongly encouraged to attend orientation events. And I can see why they're really good. It's a really good idea for you to make the most of these orientation events. You'll learn more about the support and services that we offer you as a university, but you'll also get to meet other international students as well. There will also be tours that can show you around the campus itself, as well as the town. And there'll also be a bunch of great social events that you can attend as well. These will start from the 12th, and you can find more about them by checking out the timetable on the university website. So if you search for orientation events timetable on the University of Northampton website, you'll be able to find them there. So finally is the new student web pages. Excuse me one moment. Do, if you get a chance before you arrive, take a look at this website. There's lots of great information on there. The before you start checklist lets you know the things you need to remember to do before you enroll, and then the things you can do after you enroll, as well as sort of things that you need to bring with you and stuff like that. Welcome packs in the middle there. Welcome packs are really important. I can't stress enough. You need to click on welcome packs, find the welcome pack for your course, and it will let you know about all the welcome and induction events that you really won't want to miss. So that's meeting your your lecturers, your tutors, other students, and them showing you the ropes about what you're going to need to do here. So yeah, you won't want to miss those. So it's really important to download your welcome pack and have a read. You can also find useful arrival information, such as parking and travel, as well as other things such as registering at the doctor's surgery, which we also strongly advise that you do when you come on campus, as well as important information about how to keep safe when working and socializing on our campus. Finally, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's some useful links here, such as the electoral roll, how you can register to vote, financial support, and which will include financial guidance, the best way of conducting your financial life, but also paying your fees and things like that. Accessing your timetable, which I imagine a lot of you are very keen to do. IT support, and finally, information on distance learners as well. So these new student web pages, if you have an opportunity before you arrive, I'd strongly recommend you having a little look around. So that's the end of the presentation. Thank you very much. And now we will have some questions.
Brilliant. Thanks, Billy. That was very useful. I'm just going to go straight to it because we've got quite a few coming through. So the first one is from a student on an MSc, so Child, Adolescent and Mental Health. They're asking when will they get their timetable? So is this after face-to-face enrolment?
Yeah, so if they're an undergraduate and they've done their module choices, they could access their timetable. They will have uh, they'll have direct access to their timetable after their enrollment. But if they search they follow that timetable tab on the website that I just showed you, then they'll be able to see timetabling information for everybody on their course. If they look through it, they just need to ignore the modules that they're not taking, essentially.
Brilliant. So they can check that link. Um, okay, next question. There's two parts to this question. So the
Uh-huh.
first one is about the documents required for enrolment. So you did list all those quite clearly.
Mhm.
Are they also available on those enrolment web pages?
Yes, yeah, you should be able to find them there. Um, a lot of them they'll give you an opportunity to submit during the online process. But yeah, you might want to play it safe and bring them along as well. But yes, you can find them on the new student web pages as well.
Brilliant, thank you. And the second part of the question says, is induction necessary on the 1st of September or after the 11th of September? So I think we just need to reiterate there that it's actually from the 14th of September, isn't it, for most courses for Welcome Weekend?
Yeah, sorry, could you repeat that question?
It says, is induction necessary on 1st of September or after 11th of September? So perhaps could be an international student there with 11th of September on the CAS potentially.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, unless you're an early enroller, which is the um, those three courses that I mentioned, then yes, you need to enroll after the 11th, which the first one being the 14th. So the 14th is the earliest that you can enroll, unless you're on one of those three courses that I mentioned. If you're not on one of those three courses that I mentioned, which is BOLT, FDLT, and occupational therapy apprenticeships, then you can't enroll before the 14th.
Okay, brilliant. That's very clear. Next question. Is the student ID card required to access the student halls, so the accommodation?
It Yes, apart from St. John's, which has a normal key. Um, all others, if you're on in a halls of residence on campus, then your access to your room will be programmed to your student card.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
Um, Next question is what happens if you can't make your face-to-face enrollment slot?
If you can't make it, not to worry, cancel it and book another one. If we um, There will be a few smaller late ones that we can arrange. And we'll be releasing those as we go along. Still enroll as soon as possible, but don't panic if you can't make it. We can there'll be later opportunities. If you can't see any on the booking form, then just sit tight and they'll appear.
And that leads me on nicely to this next question. So someone asks if there's a problem if they arrive on the 20th of September, so arriving later than sort of welcome weekend.
Uh, I I see. Um, you Yes, get in touch. It will be okay. You will have missed the welcome events, which will be a shame. But yes, if the 20th really is the earliest you can get here, don't panic. Get in touch with us, and we'll let you know what to do.
And if they can't see that date on the booking form, just keep checking it because it will become available later on. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, if they get in touch with us, we can make it happen. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, next question then is what if you realize that you may entered something incorrectly on your online enrollment? Can you go and change that?
Yes, I think Grace is available and she will pick me up on this if I'm wrong. But yes, you can go back. You can go back through it and change it if you have to. I think that's correct, Grace. If she's still here.
Yes, that is correct. You can go back into it. But
Yes.
if not, if you're attending a face-to-face session, if you let them know at your ID check station, they can make amendments for you.
Now, if I can ask you another quick question, Grace, can we change our information in our online enrollment after we've completed online enrollment?
So you can log back into the portal, and if the
Yeah.
information's there and it's available for you to change, then yes, you can change. But if not, once you become fully enrolled, your portal will still be there and you can change your data in there. But if in doubt, I would make people aware at the ID check that they can change data for you.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go back in yourself beforehand. But like Grace said, the last stop on your face-to-face enrollment, you'll get to triple check all of this again, and you can make changes there. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you both. Next question is someone who's waiting for SLC to confirm that they've been accepted for funding. Can they complete the online enrolment without this information and enter it later, or should they wait until they have that funding confirmed?
You will have to wait until it's confirmed, as far as I'm aware. Um, Again, Grace, pick me up on this if I'm wrong. But yes, I think you can upload evidence of it once it's confirmed, and then it will be checked by us. And then once that's confirmed, you can carry on to complete your online enrollment. Is that correct, Grace?
Yes, and I believe there is, when you do your online enrolment, when it says what finance, you can say student finance funded, awaiting confirmation of acceptance.
There you go.
So
Yes.
there should be something like that for you to select.
Brilliant. Thanks,
Perfect.
Grace. Next question is, will there be any additional spaces for face-to-face enrolment sessions on welcome weekend? So some students are saying they're trying to book and it's already full. Is there going to be any more sessions available?
Yes, there will. Yes. If you're moving into St. John's, we'll contact you specifically. But also, yes, do check tomorrow after 1 o'clock. We'll put more on. So yeah, please don't panic if you can't get booked in at the weekend. More slots are coming.
Great. So keep checking. 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes.
Grace, this one might be for you. So some student is saying that they've forgotten their login details for their portal. What do they do and how do they remember them?
So if they refer back to the additional email, it says in there, if you've got, it's got your login details. So it's got your student ID and your password of how to log into the portal. So if you refer back to that email, if you haven't got that email or can't find that email, you can drop an email to the enrolment inbox, but please provide your full name, date of birth and your student ID number, just so we can locate your record and update that for you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Someone wants to know if the PowerPoint presentation will be emailed to us. Billy, I imagine a lot of this is pulled from those enrolment web pages anyway. Is that the best way to get the information?
Yes. Yeah. All of this info will be on there. But if you have any more questions or anything you need to reference, I'm Billy Man. You can get in touch.
Brilliant. That's great. Next question is asking what happens if they arrive later than 5:30 p.m. and there's no face-to-face enrolment slot that day. I assume, do they just wait to the next available day?
It will have to be the next day. Unfortunately, yeah. So, um, if you realistically, I think if you're gonna if you can't arrive before sort of 4:30, then I think you should consider cancelling and booking another day. But unfortunately, there's no facility to book out of hours, so to speak. Yeah, so safest option: cancel and rebook.
Great, thank you. And someone else asking about the accommodation keys. Does that happen during face-to-face enrolment? But it's actually separate, isn't it? It's not part of face-to-face enrolment.
So, as I said earlier, I can't really answer questions about accommodation because that's not an area where I work. Um, but I should, yes, I think the um, um, room access will be assigned to the student ID card that we're giving you at the end of the process, unless you're in St. John's. But please check the accommodation pages to confirm that, because, like I said, it's not my area really.
Yeah, and the accommodation at northampton.ac.uk, they'll be able
That's
to
it.
answer any queries about that. So recommend doing that. Someone here is starting a nursing course and they have two different dates about when to start and they're confused about the correct date. Where can they get that confirmed?
Well, first port of call could always be your welcome pack, which we've discussed. So those are filled out by the academics, your tutors, your lecturers, and they will let you know um, when they expect you to come, and so try your best to enroll um, before those dates. If you can't find it, or if you're confused, please contact the enrolment inbox, and we're always happy to help.
Brilliant. Another sort of accommodation one, but I'm just going to take this being an international admission. So someone is arriving on the 11th of September, but they can't book their face-to-face till welcome weekend, which we know, but they want to get into their accommodation. So again, if you could email accommodation@northampton.ac.uk, they will be able to make sure your room is available before you've done your face-to-face enrolment. But don't just turn up, do make sure you inform them.
Yeah,
Um, so next question is the passport for the UK students? Do they have to bring a passport or is that just for international?
that's just for international, unless you're a British citizen with a non-UK passport. So yeah, if you're have a passport that's registered to somewhere that's not the UK, even if you're a home student and a UK citizen, we will still need to see that passport, really. If you're a home student with a British passport, then you don't need to bring your passport necessarily, but you still need to bring some form of photo ID. Everybody needs to bring some form of photo ID.
So that could be a passport, but
That
yeah,
could be
not
a passport.
compulsory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. If you have a passport, bring it. Yeah.
brilliant. Next question is the enrollment session just a drop in or do you have to attend for the full 1 hour time slot that's provided?
I wouldn't say it was a drop in. Um, I would also be surprised if it took the entire hour. So I would please do your best to arrive at the beginning of that hour. So if you've booked say 10:30 till 11:30, try not to arrive at 11:20, for example. Um, but yeah, it's unlikely that it will take the full hour for you to complete your enrollment, especially if you've completed your online enrollment and cleared any checks and everything like that. It shouldn't take an hour once you're in.
Perfect. Someone wants to know if the car parking is free for enrollment and welcome weekend.
It's not free, unfortunately. Um, so you can students coming to enroll can use the car park, but they will have to pay. Um, After that, after they've been here to enroll, um, then they will need to apply for a parking permit, which they can do through the travel pages. I would advise you park in if you're coming by car. I would advise that you either use the multi-story, the sorry, yeah, use the St. John's multi-story, and then you just need to walk across the park and across the bridge, and then you're right there by the Creative Hub, which is exactly where you need to be, and it's quite a lovely walk through the park as well. Alternatively, there's the park and ride as well. Something important to mention: if you're coming by car and you're enrolling on the Sunday, please be mindful that there is a marathon going on in Northampton, a half marathon. It's called the Amazing Northampton Run. Please do go on their website and check for any travel disruptions that are going to be happening in the area at that time.
Brilliant. Thank you. This a few questions in one for this next one. So, someone's saying, sorry they missed the nursing enrollment info. Again, I just say check your welcome pack if you want any
Mhm.
exact dates for your course. Next part of the question is it possible to change their face-to-face appointment? I think that's
Yes,
a yes, isn't it? Yeah.
yes. So if you've got a enrollment slot, you would have got that email from LibCal, which is the system we use to book these appointments. You'd have got a confirmation email from them. At the bottom of that email, if you scroll right down to the bottom, there'll be a little link that you can click on to cancel it. If you cancel it, it will let you book another one. If you don't cancel it, it won't let you book another one. So make sure you cancel it if you want to book another session. But yes, by all means, do cancel and rebook.
Again, and that was another one just asking about when they get their timetable. So just to confirm that it's after you've selected your module choices if you're undergraduate, but after face-to-face enrolment for postgraduate. And you can also check that timetable link. That's not live now.
Yes.
So the next question is about the welcome pack, postgraduate diploma in education, mental health. They says it's not online. I would say to maybe get in touch and email us, and we can find out about that, because that's sort of
Yeah,
a bit separate to enrolment, isn't it? But
it'll be on
definitely
there
drop
somewhere.
us an email, and we'll
We'll
find that
find it for you.
information.
Yeah.
Next question is about the laptop. What kind of laptop do students get if they've chosen that as their perk?
Oh, I'm not sure. That's an IT question. I think the info is on there, but yes, it will be one suitable for you to conduct your own studies. I can't give you any technical information about it, unfortunately.
Okay, perfect. But you'll find out as you arrive. I'm sure it's a
Yeah,
great one.
yeah, it'll be a good one. Yeah, don't
Be
worry.
a good one. Next question is someone who's starting their course on the 23rd of September and they want to actually enroll on that day. Will slots become available for that week, sort of the week in advance? Is that what you were saying?
Not a week in advance. No, I would strongly recommend enrolling earlier than the 23rd. Um, I'm
Yeah, because you're likely to miss class time, whatever, really, aren't you, for that?
Yes, you may well do. Off the top of my head, I can't guarantee if there will be a an enrollment session made available on the 23rd itself. Um, but yes, do get in contact with us if for whatever reason you can't enroll until as late as the 23rd, and we'll try and make arrangements for you.
And if you're an international student and you're waiting for your visa, and that's why, we do make exceptions for these sort of circumstances, but the earlier you can arrive, the better.
Yeah, definitely.
Someone else about this laptop. When do they pick it up? Is that after they've completed face-to-face enrolment?
Yes, assuming they've picked it as a perk. Now, it's um, only certain courses qualify, and only home students qualify to pick up the laptop, and you need to have picked it by Monday. If you have done all that, then yes, once you've completed your enrollment, head over to the Learning Hub. Yeah, how it will most likely work is you would have received an email or a text confirming the perk that you've chosen. Don't delete that text. Don't delete that email, because you're going to need to take it over to the Learning Hub, to the Owl's Nest, to show the team over there, and then they'll give you a laptop.
Brilliant. And then second from that, does it need to be returned at the end of the course, or is that their laptop to keep forever?
It's so far as I know, it's to keep forever. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Of course, you can. There are laptops that um, you can check out from the library for a set amount of time. So, for example, if for whatever reason you don't qualify for a laptop, or you've chosen another perk, you can check out a laptop from the library. You just can't take that one home.
Yeah, so it's just on a loan.
Yeah.
Next question is about module choices. Someone is a bit overwhelmed. They can't quite remember when they were meant to pick them, as there's been a lot of emails. So can you just confirm when those modules get chosen?
So that's part of the online enrollment process. So if you've completed online enrollment, and you can see that all the steps are clear, and you've got confirmation that online enrollment is completed, then you've chosen your modules if you needed to. Not all courses need to choose modules at all.
Yeah, brilliant. So it will all become apparent when you start clicking that link to online enroll.
Yeah.
Someone else asking about the laptop as an international student that's lived in the UK for over 16 years. I think it's based on your fee status. So if you're paying international fees, you won't be eligible. If you're paying home UK fees, then you are eligible. I believe that's how it works. So do check that. Next question is, what do we put as our term time address if we're living in halls of residence? Is that the term time address?
Yes. Yeah. So literally the halls, the room number, the address of your halls of residence. Yeah. So it's how somebody could, if you're ordering a pizza to your room, put that address. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. Next one is someone from St John's, and they are just mentioning about this marathon, so they're unable to book for the Sunday. They'd like a slot on Saturday. Did you confirm that an email will be going to those residents of St John's?
Yep. Yeah. So sit tight, St. John's people. It will be either later this evening or tomorrow morning. There'll be an email sent to you with slots for the Saturday that you can book onto. You can, of course, come on the Monday if you wish, but then you won't quite have the same sort of welcome experience as those coming on the Saturday.
Brilliant, thank you.
Sorry,
No,
one more point
sorry.
about that. Sorry, before we move on, is that the marathon will finish by about midday. So if you were coming into St. John's and you did want to come on the Sunday for some reason, and your slot was after, say, 1:30, then a lot of the travel disruption might have calmed down. But there's a risk. I would still strongly advise that you try and come on the Monday or the Saturday if you're moving into St. John's.
Brilliant, thank you. There's a few questions here about accommodation, so I'm just going to steer clear of those because I
Mhm.
think, as we said, you need to email accommodation about that. Someone just wants to confirm when they pay their fees.
I'm not sure. It's one for financial guidance. I don't know if anybody else has any input.
I
I think
think
it depends on how you're
it's
paying.
yeah, it's usually installments, isn't it? So there's usually
Yeah.
one in November time and then another around April. So you'll get all that information, and the finance team won't let you forget it. You will get reminded about that. So more information to come. A couple of people are saying they don't have the online enrollment email. What should they do in that circumstance?
In that case, then obviously do the things you'd normally do, like check your junk, keyword search. You might have opened it by accident or something like that. Um, Make sure, if have you supplied us with any other email addresses? Might you have put a work email or a one that you don't check regularly? Failing all that, contact the enrollment inbox or the student information desk, and we'll happily help you out.
Excellent, thank you. The next question is about certificates. Someone's saying they don't have their actual certificates from their A levels. Is a result slip enough?
You have to contact admissions about that. Um, I'm not sure, to be honest, but yeah, if you get in touch with the admissions team, they'll be able to let you know.
That's brilliant. Next one is I think I've applied for the wrong course, but I still want to study. How can I change that? Do I do it before face-to-face enrollment or after?
Fiona, is that one for you, perhaps? Did you
I
say?
think so. Yeah, from just from we've had students in the past, because especially if you're an international student, your course will be part of your visa, so you
Hmm.
can't really change it. You'll have to actually enroll on that course as you're intended to do, and then you would need to speak to someone in the student services team about changing, and it will depend on whether it's very similar to the course that you were going to study, and the requirements. So it's too late in the day to do it before face-to-face enrollment, but you could definitely discuss that when you're here. Um, right, let's try and rattle through a few more of these. Will the photos we have submitted be used for our ID cards, or can we have them retaken at the face-to-face enrollment slot?
They will be used in your ID cards, yeah, and they will actually be printed before you arrive. However, Grace, as far as I'm aware, they can still change the picture they've uploaded the same as anything else. Can they?
I can't confirm that for sure. I've not
Okay.
tried it yet because we haven't had students fully enrolled that have
Right.
submitted it before, so I'm not too sure on that. But obviously, you need to make sure that the photo you're uploading is one that we're accepting. Make sure it does follow those guidance, and make sure it does look like you, because it will be on your ID card for the duration of your studies.
So take a good photo first time, guys. Next question is about the documents people have submitted to admissions. Do they still need to bring that to face-to-face enrolment, even though they've submitted it as part of their application?
So, Fiona, you're in international admissions, so perhaps you'll agree with me that if if international admissions haven't asked you for documents, then you don't have to bring them. If international admissions haven't told you there's any documents missing, however, you may want to play it safe and bring any documents you might have, just in case. That would be sensible, in my opinion. Fiona, I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, so usually they are checked as part of how you've got your offer, but I would just say, as Billy says, just to be sure, make sure you bring it. We sometimes just need to rescan them on the record, or they might not be very clear and things like that. So, yeah, I would bring them with you. Um, Someone asking about the last date of enrolment. I mean, we do sort of encourage students to come for welcome week, don't we, really? So the 16th is the sort of to aim for date.
Yeah, yeah. There will be opportunities to enroll uh, during that week, so between the 16th and the 20th, and those enrollment booking dates will go live, I think, on the 12th. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but it will be a few days before welcome weekend. But again, I really would encourage you to get in as early as you can.
Yeah, and there's so much going on that you really don't want to miss out if you
Yeah,
can.
you've got to make the most of it.
Um, Someone here asking about the timetables again. So again, we sort of said about that, haven't we already? If you haven't received your online enrollment, remember to get in touch with us. Check your junk mail. Um, just trying to see if we've covered everything. Portal issues, Grace. They need to reset their password. That's all clear in the email, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they just refer to the email. It tells you if you've got any issues, who to contact.
Brilliant. So I'm just wary that we've only got a couple of minutes left. So, Billy, for anyone who's asking about, just to confirm these documents again and some information, they can find that all on the enrolment web pages, can't they?
Yeah, the welcome pages, the new student web pages. Yeah, there's loads of info on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and quite a few asking about changing and rebooking slots. So if I'm right, you must make sure you cancel your slot and then you
Yep,
are able to rebook. So
that's right.
a few people panicking about that. Some people asking how they enroll online. That again is an email, isn't it? That's very clearly sent to you with a link. Just follow the
Yep.
steps. Um, and finally, someone says, what happens during the welcome week? So you sort of touched on that as well, didn't you? That
Yeah. Yeah. So there will be there's the activities themselves are published online. Yeah, you'll be able to find a sort of a schedule of welcome activities on there. So Student Futures and the Student Union are doing things like tours and social events, like board game nights and like and fun stuff, but also stuff that's more related to your course. So there will be welcome activities where you get to go and meet your tutors, meet other students. It will be a sort of like an introduction um, to your studies and your subjects and your modules and things like that. I can remember when I was a undergraduate here in my welcome week, like us and the lecturers all went bowling, so there's a lot of fun stuff going on, but also a lot of stuff that's still fun stuff, but more related to your course and your academics.
Mm, perfect. So I'm really sorry if we didn't get time to answer your question. But if anything is very international related, please drop us an email on international@northampton.ac.uk. And then if you have any enrolment related questions that didn't get answered, it's enrolment@northampton.ac.uk. I know Billy will be happy to help as well, and pick up any of those. So I guess finally, we'd just like to say thank you, Billy, for hosting today.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, Grace, for joining us and answering some of those questions about the record. And do you, Billy, have any closing remarks for our students joining us?
No, just that we're all really looking forward to seeing you, to welcome you on campus, and so yeah, if not before, I'll see you on welcome weekend.
Brilliant. Thanks, everyone, for attending. Hope it was useful.
Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you.